welcome everyone. This is the Breakroom bullshit. You know that I'm Gable and this is Dave.
I'm Dave.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am. This is our show, man.
Yeah, so I mean, we had nothing really going on with Ring of Honor or.
Well, then what? This will actually lead right into it. Look,
AEW.
We're gonna start off. This is 20 seconds in by reading Jen Rosen's last comment to us. Can you guys review Fantastica Mania? It starts at 111. I would love to see a USA Bullet Club with Gallows, Anderson, Styles, and Balor. That was we were talking about on the AEW show.
Yeah.
Kushida would do amazing in AEW. That would be awesome. And he could be a huge star at OWE as well. So we're gonna take this request now. Let's just clear this up. We're not always gonna do requests because we're lazy.
Yeah, but we will. What we will always do. Remember, we're 50 seconds in here. We will always read any emails or comments submitted to us on various social media platforms.
Yeah.
What's our email?
Our email is breakroombullshit@outlook.com.
Should we not have that on there?
I just think that's what it is. I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure it's breakroombullshit@outlook.com.
All right. Well, if not, you can reach us on Instagram and Twitter at BreakroomBS1 on Twitter. That's at BreakroomBS, the number 1. And then on Instagram, we are just at BreakroomBS.
Yep. Hey, that's weird. I got it right. It's breakroombullshit@outlook.com. I nailed it.
Cool.
Yes, you can just email us questions and shit. Okay, so we are, just because a listener asked us to, really, we're going to be reviewing Fantastica Mania. And this is going to be, I feel like we're getting into this so fast. Is there something else we talk about?
I didn't even know what this was called.
Is there something else we really talk about at the beginning of our shows? There isn't,
news,
right?
Any news? What's that couple? The Canales or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the Canales might be leaving.
Yeah.
The Revival might be leaving.
Yeah, the Revival have reportedly asked to leave.
Reportedly.
I'm sure you guys are caught up on that, though. I don't know if everyone saw that. What is it? The Canales.
Maria and Mike.
Yeah,
Mike
their collection was pulled from the WWE network, and they were pulled from touring.
Yeah, that can't be a coincidence.
And there were a few. There was a report a few days earlier about them asking to leave. So it sounds like they got their wish.
Maybe.
Or they're just being shunned by WWE.
And they might be not allowed to leave and just fucking sent home to do nothing until their contract's
They're
up.
gonna Lucha Underground them.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
But so we're gonna let's just jump right into it. Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't have notes for this first show.
All right, so this is the first ever CMLL show that I've watched. This your first CMLL show?
I've tried to watch on YouTube before, but I just can't do it with the commentary.
Okay. So this is CMLL Fantastica Mania 2019. We're just going to be reviewing the two shows that had the English commentary. So we're going to review the January 20th show and the January 21st show. So the first show, the 120 show. Let's get right into this. Okay, the first note I have about this is an overall note of just CMLL and these two shows we saw. I am not a fan of the commentators on this show.
Dude, they were not good. There were multiple times where what they were saying was legitimately wrong.
Dude, yes. The one dude that does New Japan doesn't annoy me as much. The Charles, whatever.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But the other guy,
the main guy,
dude, he sounds like Tony Schiavone and Mauro Ranallo had a baby that I wish would have been aborted by a coat hanger. Like I hate this dude so much, so much. Hate him.
Yeah, he was unpleasant.
He was very unpleasant. But the first match we have Taguchi and Flyer versus Taiji Ishimori and Gato.
Dude, do you have Taguchi on yours? Maybe I do on mine too. I didn't get.
Taguchi was on both shows.
But, okay, I didn't get to his.
Well, actually, no, he was only on the first show technically.
Yeah. Yes.
But so there was something I just realized at the beginning of this match that blew my mind. You're gonna think I'm retarded, but that's fine.
No.
Now don't get me wrong. I know what 69ing is, and I've partaken in my life. But I just realized, thanks to Taguchi, why it's actually called 69 because the number's reversed. I never realized that. I just took it for granted. That was botching me. Well, anyway, as I was saying though, I never really thought about how like the 6 and the 9 are reversed, and like when you're 69ing, you guys are reversed, and I was like, whoa. I just realized it's because of Taguchi.
You realize? You never knew that.
I mean, I was like, okay, 69, whatever. I just never thought about it as to why it was called 69ing. I was like, whatever, it's 69ing. I was like, holy shit.
Dude.
It blew my mind.
This is amazing.
This is what I told Jackie, and she wouldn't stop laughing at me. When she
Dude.
was like, I know one of the things you're going to talk about on the show.
Yeah.
It was funny.
This is astonishing that you had no idea that's what that was.
That's why it's called that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whatever, 69ing. Whatever. I don't know. It's funny.
No, I mean, I knew you. I figured you knew what that was.
I was like, man.
But I also figured
there's got to be something else where you're like, or you've never really thought about like why it's called that, right?
I mean, I didn't know that whenever you lay on one side or another, your congestion moves over. So I guess that we're even.
Yeah, what the fuck? What do you not live? Like, what's wrong with you?
I don't understand. Maybe I just don't get that bad of congestion where it's noticeable then.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Zycam. Everyone should get Zycam. Anyway.
That was another promotion right there. You pay us money.
Now. Okay, so anyway, it's Taguchi and Flyer versus Ishimori and Gedo. Flyer kicks out of a roll-up by Ishimori, but Ishimori holds onto Flyer's leg and gets him in an ankle lock, and the Bullet Club wins by submission.
The Bullet Club is fine.
They are fine.
Yes.
They are fine. All right, next up we have Templario and Quattrero versus Angel de Oro and Titan.
Dude, I literally
these names. If we sound stupid, whatever.
I was about to talk about how like when I was writing down these names, I literally had to pause the screen while the name flashed up because they would say them so quickly. I'm like, what the fuck did they just say?
That's what
I
I
have
did.
no idea what the fuck just happened.
That's exactly the same thing I did. So there's a sweet double team move here by Templario and Quattrero. Basically, it was a pop-up cutter. The one guy kind of like threw him up in the air. The other guy came in and gave him a cutter. It was different from like a 3D the Dudleys do. It was really cool. Templario power bombs Titan from the second turnbuckle, okay? But as the power bomb is happening in midair, Titan reverses it into a Hurricane Rana as they're in the air. It was really fucking cool.
Yeah, I think we saw Titan at one of the Ring of Honor shows.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was advertised for one of the Texas shows.
Oh, shit.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
the
Cody,
Guerreros were at one, too. They might have been at the one we were at.
The Guerreros? Is this group here?
There's two people called Guerrero.
Oh, then no, I don't know. I don't think that's accurate then.
Okay, well, they were at a show I went to. Might have been the one I went to with Tito then.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like Eddie Guerrero?
No, he's dead now.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he's okay. He's chilling.
He's part of the Bullet Club. He's fine.
Yeah. Quattrero hits a cutthroat codebreaker on Oro, which looked pretty sweet. Angel de Oro gets Quattrero in La Mesadora, which is basically a rocking chair submission.
Yeah.
And Oro and Titan win by submission.
Submit.
Next up, we have Fujin and Raijin and Toa Hanare versus Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, and Bushi. Now, Fujin and Raijin apparently are also known as Sho and Yo from Roppongi 3K, but I refuse to believe it.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You don't know what Sho and Yo?
No, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, how can they be both? Is this like a Rocky situation? Rocky and
hypothetically, they simply put on the masks and they're called Fujin and Raijin.
It's just like an alter ego, like Batman and other Batman.
I feel like some of these jokes I'm going to say, you're not going to get it all because you didn't see it. You're like, I don't understand.
Go for it.
But so Shingo and Bushi hit Insurrection, which is a wheelbarrow codebreaker on Fujin, and LIJ wins by pinfall.
Go LIJ.
Yeah.
Was that a joke that I didn't get?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Those are like later. After the match, though, Bushi kind of face fucked Fujin a little bit. Dude, he has his head. I'm like, why is he fucking his face right now? It was really weird.
This was Roppongi 3K.
This is No, what are you talking about? I said,
you said
Bushi. Bushi.
Oh.
Bushi.
Uh-huh.
And Fujin.
Who's Fujin?
Fujin is Fujin and Raijin. Those are the two mask guys.
The Yo and Sho.
Supposedly. But he's trying to take off his mask, and his head's kind of in his dick area. It was really weird.
It's his cock and balls.
Yeah. But then he gets his mask off, and then Raijin gets unmasked too. But thank God, the young lions covered their faces before their identities could be exposed.
Oh,
yeah,
that was close.
Yeah, I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see who they really were. At this point, I noticed that about 99.99999% of the entrance musics were not played. Did you notice the ones you watched, they all said entrance music can't be played because of rights reasons?
Yeah, I think that's Mexico.
Yeah, that was every single one, basically.
Yeah. And they played La Cucaracha instead.
They played,
like, oh, cool. Every guy's entrance music is the most generic Mexican song
no,
ever.
there was a bunch of different entrance music they played over and over again. It wasn't just La Cucaracha.
It was so dumb.
Yeah. So Okumura is in the next match, who's accompanied by Mima Shimoda. Also, Forastero and Sanson are on that team versus Jushin Thunder Liger, Atlantis, and Atlantis Jr. At one point, Liger is doing a rope check, and Shimoda, the chick outside, trips him. So then she jumps in the ring, and Liger proceeds to just give her a vertical suplex because he has no issues beating a woman, so good for him.
Did you know how old that fucking Thunder or Atlantis guy is?
I heard he's like something like 27.
He's actually
57?
I think I was wrong before. I think it's 56. I think he turns 57 in September.
Oh my!
The dude's old as heck. He's
That's
older.
not
He's
nice.
older than.
He's older than me.
He's older.
real.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he's older than. What's that dude's fucking name? Suzuki.
Yeah.
Suzuki and Iska. Iska's pretty old.
It's because he's supposed to be retiring.
I could see it.
I guess he's having a retirement match in this next tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, he's getting up there, man.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna have to kind of picture what's happening here for this next spot. This was really funny. So, Okumura, Sanson, and Forastero are going for a triple team move. Okay. Basically, what it is like two of the guys are doing springboards from opposite sides of the rings. They're going to springboard and hit the guy, and the third guy in the ring is also doing something to him.
Yeah.
So the one guy, Forastero, goes for the springboard, and he fucking like slips on the rope and just falls when he goes to do the springboard move, right?
Yeah.
So he gets up and goes to the ref and corners him and just starts screaming at him, and he's shaking the rope because he's so mad at the rope because he slipped on it and fell. He's just pissed off at the rope. I don't know if this was planned or not. Like, it kind of looked like it was botched, but whether or not it was planned, it was really fucking funny.
The heck with that rope.
He was just yelling at the rope, all pissed off at it.
I mean, the rope had it coming.
It did. And then the commentators were like, it's been raining, so it's slippery. I'm like, just leave it alone. It's funny. Don't talk.
Was it outdoor? What the fuck? What does that
I
mean?
mean, I guess their feet got wet walking inside. I don't fucking
It was
know.
bad coverage.
Yeah. Akamura hits the Akamura special, which is a twisting inverted DDT on Atlantis Jr. Akamura, Forastero, and Sanson win by pinfall. After the match, there was a whole lot of not English promo cutting that I didn't understand. It was a little
English stuff.
It was a little not English friendly.
Who was cutting it?
Lots of them.
All,
Probably like
all of them.
4 different guys I think cut promos.
It's a bit hard to watch.
Yeah. Next up we have Nama Jagwe, Barbaro Cavernario, who I fucking hate, and Caristico versus Audaz, Sabarano Jr., and Volador Jr. Those two guys we saw in the tag league. Sabaro Jr. and Volador Jr.
Yeah.
Cavernario looks fucking retarded. Like, his whole gimmick is like he's a retarded fucking caveman that's not funny and just like runs around and yells, and I'm like, you're dumb. And in this one, he happened to be dressed up like Fred Flintstone and had a giant bone.
I know what you're talking. I saw some of the highlight footage at the beginning of the episode that had some of his costumes that he wore or whatever.
Yeah.
The night I watched, he did not seem as annoying.
He wasn't as annoying the second night, this
Yeah.
is true, but I still didn't like him. The only good part about his entrance was when they cut to this insanely hot Asian chick at the commentator table that was just like playing with his bone. I was like, whatever, she's hot.
It's not as hot as the chick from ROH who sits at that one table.
She's hotter.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know what chick I'm talking about? She's at all the New Japan shows. She does the Japanese commentary.
No.
She's like a fucking like weather woman or a news reporter or something
Really?
as well. Yeah, dude.
She's like official.
Dude, I look at pictures of her. This chick looks like she's 30. She's like 40 something. She is fucking hot as fuck. She's very hot.
Damn.
Okay, she's Asian. You have to check for yourself, but I mean, I might be biased here, but okay. So there's a cool spot. This is another one you're gonna have to kind of try to picture in your head. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, so all three guys are triple teaming Volador. All right. Two of the guys are just holding his arms out. Okay. and they have him bending over. He's standing up with his arms out, kind of bent over, kind of bending down.
Yeah.
And then the retarded caveman is standing on his back as he's kind of bent over. He's balanced, standing on his back.
Applying pressure to his back.
Yeah,
stretching his arms
just
out.
standing on it. And then Audaz does a fucking springboard Hurricane Rana to the dude standing on his back.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool spot. The one commentator that I hate at this point has called the flying head scissors of Frankenstein about 137 times, and it's just pissing me the fuck off.
Wasn't he calling the Hurricane Rana head scissors later?
Dude, this was way worse on the first night than the second night. Way worse. Like what you heard of it multiplied times like 100. He kept saying it over and over and over. It was infuriating.
Dude, he said head scissors at least 69 times on you know what 69 is supposed to mean, right, Dave?
37? Oh, that's whenever you lay down and I lay down on top of you and we suck each other's dicks and we're facing opposite directions, like the 6 and the 9 face the 9's an opposite of the 6.
Exactly.
Yeah. I learned things. But no, I mean, most of them are flying head scissors. Most of them are. But he keeps calling them a Frankensteiner and a Hurricane Rana. They're not.
Head scissors sounds dumb. Head scissors sounds really dumb.
Next up, pardon me. Next, we have two of the best-looking Canadian destroyers I've ever seen in my life in a row. They were really cool looking. Volador rips off Caristigo's mask, but his teammates get it back on him for him, so he gets saved and doesn't get exposed. There's a really stupid spot in this match that I hated. For the most part, at this point, I've been enjoying the matches. They're good. But there's a really stupid spot. Remember the row the boat spot they did in New Japan with the guys? Okay, so they do this spot, but like they grab the legs and fall down, and then just don't fucking move and just lay there. I'm like, you're not doing it. You're just not moving.
Nothing you're doing is helping.
And as they're laying there, they're just holding their legs, and then fucking Volador rolls up the retarded Flintstone guy just like in a pin in the middle of them. I'm like, this is supposed to look cool, but it's just stupid.
It's just too.
I was like, this is lame.
It's overly complex.
Yeah, it was just dumb looking. It wasn't
Convoluted. It was convoluted.
So Caristico hits La Mystica. Okay, this is what the La Mystica is. This is the move. It is a tilt-a-whirl head scissors transition into a single arm takedown, floating over into a Fujiwara armbar. That's his finishing move.
Say that again.
He's doing a tilt-a-whirl head scissors where he's doing the head scissors and flying around a bunch, okay?
Yeah.
Transitions that into a single arm takedown, which basically takes him down by one arm, so he's laying on the mat. Then he floats over and turns it into an arm bar. This is his finishing move. It's this long ass fucking thing. Yeah. So he gets that on Volador, and then Caristigo, Namajagwe, and the Down syndrome Barney Rubble all win by submission. They win by Down syndrome.
You know what's really cool about having a really long finishing move, and it can really help you out? That it leaves your opponent like so many different ways that they could counter it, so that you can have a false finish.
That's a really good point, Gable. Mm-hmm. Gable, that's really good.
Yeah, I'm really good at this.
You did good. All right, next up we have Terrorblade versus Satoshi Kojima. I have nothing for this. Terrorblade hits his finishing move, the La Terrible, which is a Styles Clash.
Terrible.
Which I don't think anyone should do a Styles Clash with Styles, but whatever. All it is a Styles Clash.
Yeah, unless it's supposed to be a direct reference, like
it's just a move in a match or something. But this is his finishing move.
Yeah,
like, that's dumb. But yeah, exactly. I agree with you. That's fine in the middle of a match, like as a reference. Terry-Blay wins by pinfall. Then LIJ comes down to celebrate with him since Terry-Blay is in Los Ingobernables, the original, not in the Japan version, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm guessing they're cool with one another since they wrestle together.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And next up we have our main event, which is Gran Guerrero and Ultimo Guerrero versus Dragon Lee and Mystico. I don't know how much you caught of this in the part that you watched of the second show, but the air horns are really fucking annoying.
Dude, there's so many.
In the main event, it's even worse. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's fucking annoying.
I think I remember, I don't want to say this for certain because I could be wrong, but I think I remember the times that I was trying to watch CMLL on YouTube or whatever, that there being a lot of air horns for some reason.
Really?
I could be wrong.
I mean, there were a lot in these two shows, and it annoyed me.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's a CMLL thing. Maybe Jen Rosen can enlighten us. I don't know.
Yeah, she has a lot more
I could be
experience with
wrong.
CMLL than we do.
Yeah, I wish I wish I had time to watch everything and we could review everything all the time.
Well, to clarify for this, Gable wasn't able to watch the first night, and he watched a lot of the second night, but not the whole one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why, like, I'm kind of like doing it, and Gable isn't. He's adding his thoughts and opinions, but not what was seen. Because he
Yeah.
didn't watch it, but yeah, I don't know. We need time to watch more wrestling.
Dude, there's just been none lately.
Yeah.
But luckily, there's been no wrestling lately except for this.
Yeah. So Ultimo takes his mask off. So I guess like Ultimo, like I guess I don't know if he lost his mask or something, so he's not supposed to wear it when he wrestles. So he takes his mask off, but then Mystico is like, I'm gonna take my mask off too, and he's never been unmasked, so he's shockingly gonna take it off. He takes it off and reveals another one he has underneath
That's
it.
pretty
Like,
funny.
you tricked everyone, Mystico.
Dude, I just want to know what the rules are with the masks. Are they supposed to be like left on, and then like I just need someone to lay out to me all the mask rules of Mexico.
I'm pretty sure what it is like you're not allowed to take it off. Like you're not allowed to take your opponent's mask off in a match. I don't know what happens if you do, but you're not allowed. And then also if you get unmasked,
Yeah.
like if you lose your mask in a match, you're not allowed to wear it during your match.
Yeah.
Which is why these guys wear it out and they take it off like in the beginning.
Yeah, towards the beginning of
Yeah.
the match or something like that.
I think so. Not for sure. Okay, so the Guerreros, they give a double press slam to Mystico from the second turnbuckle, which was pretty cool. Gran Guerrero does a flip over the top. Did you see Gran Guerrero and Ultimo Guerrero in either of your matches?
I have no idea who. No.
Okay,
no,
so they're
definitely
bigger
not.
dudes. Like they're not super tall, but they're thick fucking guys. They're pretty big guys. So Gran Guerrero just does the fucking dive over the top rope to the outside onto both guys and fucking crushes Dragon Lee. Just fucking splatters them like because he's a big dude and the way they fall. Basically, Dragon Lee is falling on the ground. He just falls right on him against the cement and just splats him. I'm like, Jesus, Dragon Lee, you're dead now. Awesome spot leading to the finish where Gran Guerrero pops up Mystico. And he just kind of pops him up in the air. Mystico lands standing on Guerrero's shoulders and does a fucking flip off his shoulders.
That's fucking insane.
Really cool. And then lands on his feet. Mystico hits La Mystica, and then Mystico and Dragon Lee win by submission.
Submit.
And that is all for night one of the CMLL.
All right, let me save up here.
We're going to save this night one.
Bring us back then.
All right. You know what it's time for, Gable? The second night we're going to cover.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Fantastica Mania 2019, the January 21st show. Okay, so this isn't really about the specific show. This is an overall comment.
Wait, before you do that, you know what just happened, right? Like 20 seconds ago?
Is that how it works?
Our thing ended.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's where I placed it for this one.
Oh, you place it wherever you want?
Well, for the other ones I didn't. They retro added it. But for
Okay.
this one, I got to choose where it went.
Yeah, we just got paid $10,000 to do that.
It was $10.
We didn't get paid anything yet, and we're not going to probably. So this is one thing that I dislike about New Japan, a lot. I really
Yeah.
hate this. That they
Do
do
it.
this. They don't show and establish the commentators.
Yeah.
This is one thing that WWE is amazing at, and ROH does a really good job of too, is showing the commentators.
I think I know why. I don't know why they don't do it now because I feel like the commentators are actually live now, but before they only used to do.
Well, yeah, obviously, I mean when they're
Sometimes.
live, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So if they are live, they should do it.
Yeah,
is what
the
you're saying.
shows we watch, pretty much all the shows we watch are ones where they're doing live
Well, they
commentary.
do it with the Japanese commentators. They just
Yeah.
don't do it with the American ones.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
They should just go back and forth.
I don't understand why they can't start the show and just show them at the beginning of the show, so you just kind of know because you don't know who the fuck you're listening to otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Kevin Kelly, and that's about it. Rocky Romero when he does it.
Yeah, just switch the whenever you like introduce the guys, just switch over to the American guys, and then if you're watching the Japanese one, the Japanese guys will just keep talking over the American guys and be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
our
then-
American crew right there.
And the same thing WWE does is just be like, welcome, hey, this is Kevin Kelly and him. We're here. This is welcome to the first night of the new beginning. Like, introduce us to the tour, to the show. Show them doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do it. It just frustrates me because, like, with this CMLL show, I would have loved to be able to, like, get an introduction to who the fuck I'm listening to that I hate. You know what I mean? But they didn't do that. It was
Maybe you
annoying.
might hate them less because they're like staggeringly handsome.
They are pretty hot. They're not. The one who looks like such a fucking geek. It's
Oh,
really
that's not nice.
He's the one that I don't even hate that much, too, I'm pretty sure.
Well, then you should be nicer to him.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a geek. That was mean. He doesn't look like a dork, though.
All right, that's fair.
Okay.
I identify as a dork, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
me too.
Templario and Barbera, Barbaro, Cavanario versus Audaz and Flyer.
Yeah.
Dude, Barbaro, or whatever the fuck his name is like a caveman or some shit. So that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
which we already established that, but it's really
still a funny.
It's really funny because in my whenever I'm making these notes in my brain, this is the first time I'm seeing them or hearing about them. We didn't have any pre-existing conversation,
and now you're like, well, this note isn't really.
It's not really useful anymore.
It's not any less accurate though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's definitely a caveman or some shit
or something. Retarded caveman.
Let's see, Templario and Cavanario hit. Dude, I'm gonna fuck up the names the whole time. Is that what you're
I did the whole time. Yeah, I did too.
Okay.
This is,
hit back to back outside drops. Templario is done with a Sasuke. I've heard this before. Sasuke. I think it's Sasuke. Sasuke special. It's like a handspring flip over the top rope to the outside.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like a corkscrew type thing. And Cavanaria's follows. His was a quick follow up with a jump over the top rope for just a quick drop into the group that was below.
Dude, there's a lot of great high flying in this show. Though,
this was my first match I watched of all of this, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be crazy. And then the next match was not crazy, and I was like, oh, okay.
One kind of overall note about this match is that there was a lot of just really cool, unique double team moves. That were just too much work for me to write them all down. But there's a lot of cool double team moves I hadn't even seen before.
Yeah, I tried to note some of them.
Yeah.
Templario pushes up Audaz so that he does a leapfrog over his head, and Cavanario hits him with a drop kick in midair.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's the one I have a note about.
Templario hits a drop kick suplex combo. I'm just gonna call him Cav. Cav held up the suplex while Templario hit the.
That was another one. That was another one I was gonna note that was really cool and I didn't. But yeah, that was a really cool one too.
Yeah, I mean Okada does better drop kicks, but it was fine, I guess.
Okay.
Flyer hits Cav with a springboard head scissors.
Head scissors.
Flying head scissors. Flyer does a backflip while balanced on the top rope to the outside to take out Cav. Followed up immediately after by Audaz with a standard dive over the top rope with some assistance from the middle rope. So he was running and then used the middle rope as a stepping stool.
That always looks so crazy to me. I'm like, how does your feet not get fucking caught?
Dude, I was like, what if his foot catches and his knee bends backwards? He's dead.
Yeah.
He's just dead.
He's dead now.
And that took out Templario. Let's see. The announcer describes the CML trios matches. I made it sound different at first, and then I don't know. He says there's a captain of the team who has to be pinned, or another member of the team has to be pinned. And I'm like, so somebody has to be pinned.
That's the
cool.
most worthless comment of all time.
I rewound it. I'm like, well, maybe I just didn't understand him. I'm like, no, he just literally said nothing useful.
What an idiot.
I mean, granted, it makes sense, but what the fuck did you just say, dude?
That guy has to be pinned, or the second team member has to be pinned, or any of the team members have to be pinned. I can talk like that too for an hour. It's not going to do anything. It's pointless.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, just some of the statements they made were like, duh, that's how it works, dude.
Oh, my God.
And then, let's see, the Cav, the caveman dude, takes us home with a back stretch where Audaz is in a kneeling position and Cav was locked up with his legs behind him and stretches him backwards with Audaz's arms flailing around in the air like he can't fucking get out and shit, obviously. He sold it really well.
The move's called Cavanaria.
Yeah.
It's his name, but with an A at the end.
Yeah. It's really, really, really...
unique.
You
put a lot of thought into it.
It's a really easy but effective sell that made it look really painful though.
Yeah.
Just flailing your arms around, but he did it. I don't know. It looked really.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, that was really cool looking, dude. I really like this match.
Yeah. Let me scare me here, making sure. Okay, it's nothing important.
Okay.
All right.
I was frightened as well.
I want to make sure there's no emergencies going on. It's been a day of emergencies for me.
Yeah, but this was a really good match. I was a really big fan.
Yeah.
Of this one. One thing that we didn't really talk about, which we should have probably mentioned at the beginning of the last one, was this is CMLL and it's Luchador. It's Luchador tag rules where instead of having a tag in, like if someone leaves the ring, their teammate can come in and be the legal man. Like tags aren't always required. I guess Lucha rules are different for tag teams.
Dude.
Because even mentioned in New Japan a few times, this isn't Lucha rules.
This is something that would be helpful for me to have English commentary while watching CML because I remember I'm like, dude, everyone's doing everything right now and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so basically what it is, if there's just two guys in the ring and one guy rolls out, another teammate can just get right in and they're the legal man now.
Okay.
That's really the only difference I think in the tag rules. But
Akamura versus Atlantis Jr. is the next one. Akamura apparently was a New Japan dude who went on a tour and just stayed at CML. That's what the commentator said.
He got lost in Mexico. The cartel wouldn't let him back. He just stayed.
He lost his passport. Dude, someone ribbed him and took his passport.
That's exactly what happened. He was like, it's too much work to get a new one.
Yeah, but
I don't think you have a note about this, so let me just... Okay, so there's a spot in here where Akamura pushes the ref, accusing him of, like, not counting fast enough or something. So then Akamura gets pinned and the ref just does a fast count. And I was like, this is fucking stupid. I was like, you can't do that.
It was weird.
I'm like,
some weird storytelling.
Like I get that, like, oh, you're mad because the fucking wrestler pushed you, and you're like, fuck you, don't fuck me on the ref. But like, what if he would have won just then?
Yeah,
you can't do that. I thought that was stupid. But go on.
No, I definitely agree with you. It's definitely. I haven't seen that in like any matches storytelling that I've watched.
The only time I've seen that is when there's a special guest referee. It's the only time I've ever seen that ever. But like, dude, if you're gonna get pissed, he pushes you, disqualify him. The end. Just fucking disqualify him. But anyway.
Let's see. Akamura versus Atlantis. Why am I, dude? My brain shut off for a second. Akamura jump starts this match as soon as he gets in the ring with a not as good as Okada drop kick, followed up immediately with a tope suicide dive.
You're ripping on my notes. You're ripping on my notes. You prick.
Let's see. Shortly after the match begins, they go out into the stands, and like nothing really happened up in the stands. They hit each other a little and did a little bit, but nothing really like badass. Like they did a
little bit of hitting each other. It was hot.
I regretfully say this because like this is the shit that like this is probably exactly why that Cornette dude complains. I'm like no one like jumped off of anything or did anything cool. Like I don't want to like be that guy, but I mean like they didn't really.
Well, here's the thing. Like they didn't need to do any like crazy dives. Like they could have done stuff out there that wasn't dives to still make it cool.
Yeah,
and entertaining.
Yeah, like I don't know. Nothing really happened for me.
Yeah.
Where am I at here? Atlantis Jr. gets a tap out of
Akamura.
The
finish. Is this the finish? I want to do the finish, remember?
It might not be tap. I might have missed. Hold on.
Okay.
He gets a tap out of Akamura with his thing where he just kind of held him.
I think this is the finish.
Oh.
Okay, so...
Yeah, no, you're right, because I thought I had more because this Roppongi 3K match.
Okay, so this finish seemed really fucking flat to me. So Atlantis tries to get Akamura up, right? For basically it's a modified torture rack. He has him on his back.
Yeah.
He tries to get him up, but then he fucking drops him. And then he couldn't get him up. And I don't know if this was like a legit botch. It seemed like it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So then he gets him up again, and he actually gets him up this time. And he has him in the move, and he's spinning him around. But then he just throws him down.
Yeah.
And then he picks him up a third time. And then as soon as he picks him up the third time, he gets him in, and then he taps. I'm like, why do you throw him down just to pick him up again, and then he taps and the match ends?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, this was all very strange to me.
It was definitely a really weird move that I haven't seen before, and I
didn't get the whole the first time I get if he fucking dropped him, whatever. I didn't understand why he like did it a third time though. Like that was just really confusing and weird to me.
I mean, it's just this thing, I guess. Whatever.
So next up, what do we have next up?
Roppongi 3K and Hanare and Kojima, they were all on a team together, right?
It was an 8-man, yeah.
Versus Inaito, Shingo, Bushi, and Terrible.
Yeah, Terrible. Here you go.
I didn't put one of those weird E things.
I was glad Roppongi 3K was on this show because I was bummed that I didn't get to see him on the first night. So
Or Sixth Night or whatever night your night.
Yeah,
was.
whatever. The first night we watched. Yeah, the joke
It's
works.
the only ones that counts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dude, the announcer, another note about the announcer being really stupid. He said the one dude's like, Roppongi 3K normally comes out all flashy, but that's not the case tonight. And while he was saying that, Yo was literally standing up in the corner, throwing his hands up, flipping his pecs back and forth. I'm like, what are you talking about? It doesn't get more flashy than this.
Maybe he was too busy watching Mauro Ronaldo and trying to copy
I mean,
him.
granted, they weren't like all like smiley and like, I don't know, they're maybe a little more dancey when they come out, but like, dude, he's flipping his pecs while you're telling me he's not being flashy.
He's like gloating.
What are you talking about?
He's like showing off and everything. Like, what are you, yeah. Shockingly, because that guy's so terrible at his job, but.
I was getting like pretty bored during this match. I'm not gonna lie. Do you have anything for me?
I have notes.
I could have been really tired.
Well, the only notes I have is that Taichi ends up coming down and hits Naito with the IC belt. And then Kanemaru and Desperado come in too, and Suzuki done beat some LIJ ass.
Dude, I said thank God Suzuki came in to break things up. I was starting to fall asleep. Taichi's attack was the main gist of it, though. I think that's setting up for something.
Him and Naito.
Do you think?
Well, they already set them up in the last shit, but.
Yeah. Do you think Taichi's our next leader, Suzuki-gun? Because he seems well loved.
I mean, I don't think Suzuki's going to not be the leader at any.
Dude, he's pretty old.
Yeah, but he can still be the leader without he can you know what I mean?
Without matching.
Without matching. But yeah, so LIJ won by DQ. Yeah. But then Desperado then rips off the mask of Bushi. Rips it off the Bushi mask.
Dude, I got up and went to the bathroom because I don't know. I didn't know what was going on.
All right, next up we have Atlantis. Angel de Oro and Titan versus Quattrero, Forestero, and Sanson.
Once again, reminder, Atlantis is like 56 years old. This is crazy.
He's an old dude. And this is a trios championship match. Quattrero, Forestero, and Sanson are the champions. There was an awesome fucking double team move here where Quattrero gives Forestero this really cool looking monkey flip.
Is that what this note here is? Yeah.
Here, you start. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had notes for this one.
Yeah, you suck.
Hey, fuck you. I got notes for all of them, prick.
I see Angel does one of those back handsprings over the top rope to the outside, like I was describing earlier. One of those, I think it was the Sasuke special.
Sasuke special was special.
Yeah. Atlantis from Atlantis, 56-year-old. He's taking a jump from the top turnbuckle to the outside of the ring. Nuts. This guy's nuts.
He's old.
Angel also does a sweet moonsault from the middle rope. That was pretty cool. Like a springboard moonsault type guy. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell which guys were involved with this because they all kind of like had the same like get up, and their names are all too confusing for me.
Okay, yeah, this one was rough because, dude, I think it was I believe it was Sanson and Quattrero both had fucking white and black on. Their masks were very fucking similar. Everything was similar with what they were wearing. And then Forestero, he had the same getup except he was just wearing gold. It was very hard to tell for those three.
Yeah, and the announcers really didn't help because I don't think they really often pointed out who was who.
Okay, I'm watching this fucking match, right? I'm specifically listening for the commentators, waiting for them to tell me which one's fucking Quattrero and which one's Forrester and which one's Sanson. And they constantly kept saying the names of Atlantis, Angel, and fucking Titan over and over and over, and they didn't say their fucking name like one goddamn time.
Dude, granted, we didn't know. But like,
it's their fucking job.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of our job.
No, it's not.
Sort of.
It's their job to tell us.
It's more so. Okay, there we go.
Their job to tell. Dude, they specifically would be like, Titan did this to this person, and then Quattrero did something. Like, all right, so what did he do? And they just say, and he did this. I don't think they knew their fucking names. I really don't. I think that's what it was.
You might be right.
Because I was getting annoyed. They kept they kept not saying their fucking names every time. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to fucking tell me who these guys are.
Thank God you're on the same page as me here.
It was very frustrating, dude.
But the two on the team that looked like a stable used each other's legs to do this rolling catapult toss.
Yeah, he monkey flipped his own teammate like all the way fucking across into the corner to hit the opponent. It was really cool.
It was like a catapult or some shit. I think it was Angel who was the opponent.
It was Angel. We got that much.
And then someone does a crucifix powerbomb on Angel for the win. Someone does it. I don't know.
It was Quattrero to De Oro. Yeah, dude, that crucifix powerbomb was great too. It was really cool. It was spinning.
Yeah.
It spun. But yeah, I went back and put the names once I figured out who the fuck they were, so I had everyone's names for the notes. But it was no fucking thanks to the fucking commentators. Yeah. But he got him really high up for that powerbomb and drilled him into the mat.
Are we gonna stop from here, or are you gonna finish?
Well, they're still the champs, right? They retained their titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you want to pause it, or we can just finish? I mean,
well, I'm saying if we pause it, we're gonna wait for me to watch it.
Oh no, we can just finish.
Let's finish then.
Yeah.
Take us home, Dave.
Next up, we have Gran Guerrero, Ultimo Guerrero, and Namahagwe versus Soberano Jr., Mystico, and Dragon Lee. So, Gran Guerrero rips off Mystico's mask and is all pumped at his success, and then he realized that Mystico had another one on, so that didn't work. Okay, here's one of my issues with an entire card of luchadors, okay? One of my issues with it. Every other match, someone is trying to rip off someone's mask or they're ripping off their matches. It's losing its effect. I'm like, dude, I've seen this like 6 times now. Ooh. So I don't know. It really like loses its effect whenever it keeps happening like every other match. It
takes the value away from it.
Yeah, exactly. So Soberano's doing some crazy fucking shit. He pops up over a guy's head, basically leapfrogs over him, lands on the other dude's chest and flips off of it. There's another part. I didn't even know how to describe this part. Okay, so you know what a back body drop is, right? He runs at you, you basically throw them up over you, okay?
I do now.
Okay, so Soberano is about to take a back body drop, okay? He's running up. He goes to take it. He gets thrown up. Instead of going back, he fucking flips up over right in front of the guy and does a fucking Hurricane Rana to him. It was fucking nuts.
I'm trying to imagine how that could take place, and it's confusing.
It was fucking nuts. It was nuts. Ultimo Guerrero then proceeds to commit homicide and murders Soberano in the ring. He gives Soberano the Guerrero special, which is an inverted suplex off the top turnbuckle. Now, basically what this means is they're both standing on the top turnbuckle, okay? You know what a suplex is.
Yeah.
He gives him a backward suplex where he's the other direction, right? So he's facing up. He has his head down here. Lifts him up over, and they just both fall, okay? Mm-hmm. Well, the issue is when they fell, he landed like right on his fucking head when they fell from the top. And I'm like, you just fucking killed this guy. It didn't look as bad from the replay from the other angle, but dude, it looked brutal the first time I saw it. I was like, dude, he just killed him.
Are we allowed to cover murder?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, okay. Well,
O.J. Simpson murdered his wife.
Oh, yeah, everyone covered that shit.
Yeah. So the Guerreros and Namahagwe won by pinfall.
Sweet.
Next up, we had the special My Dad is a Heel Wrestler match, which featured Jinbei mask and Cockroach Gokiburi mask versus Sweet Gorilla Maruyama and Dragon George, who is the champion of Lion Pro Wrestling. I need you to pause it, actually. Okay, anyway, sorry I had to fart. Anyway.
You give the worst things. Yeah. It really is.
Special My Dad is a Heel Wrestler match, Jinbei mask and Cockroach Gokiburi mask versus Sweet Gorilla Maruyama and Dragon George, who is the champion of Lion Pro Wrestling champion. He's the champion of Lion Pro Wrestling. There we go. That's better. These guys look really familiar, dude. I couldn't place them. But Gokiburi sprays Sweet Gorilla and Dragon George both in the face with bug spray. Gokiburi and Jinbei then use numerous items they pull out of a trash can they brought with them, including a fly swatter, a plunger, and a toilet brush against Sweet Gorilla and Dragon George.
It's odd.
Yeah.
Odd items.
At one point, the ref gets distracted and Gokiburi hits a low blow on Dragon George. He really is a heel wrestler. Gokiburi goes for a high lion flow, but George hits the greatest dropkick.
A high lion flow.
High lion flow. But George hits the greatest dropkick on him in midair I've ever seen in my life. Ever. This dropkick was amazing. Dragon George can nail him, dude. Amazing.
Is it better than Okada's?
I think so. I know that's sacrilege, but dude, it was insane. Insane.
Holy shit.
Dragon George goes for the Dragon Maker, but it's reversed.
The Dragon Maker?
Yeah. This move looks familiar. George then hits a tombstone to the Dragon Maker, and Dragon George and Sweet Gorilla Maruyama win by pinfall. This was a very fun match.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
It was a fun match.
That's my next one, huh?
It was a fun time. All right, in the main event, Volador Jr. versus Caristico.
For what? Like a belt?
For pride, baby.
That's dumb.
It doesn't need to be for a belt, Gable.
It does. It has to be. Haven't you ever watched WWE?
But do they have?
It has to be a belt.
Do they have a world champion? I don't even know.
Who, WWE?
CMLL.
Oh. There's that one guy who gets the pass when he goes to the enchilada line. He gets like an extra
very
enchilada.
racist of you.
Why?
Very racist
That's
of you.
not racist. That's a Mexican food.
That's racist.
No, it isn't.
They're not all Mexicans.
Yeah, but it takes place in Mexico, therefore there's Mexican food.
This was in Japan.
Yeah, but
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You're good.
Whatever.
I had good points though.
You had amazing points.
Yes.
Okay, so these guys are doing like dives and high flying moves like crazy in this match. It was great shit. Tons and tons of different fucking dives. Caristico goes for La Mystica, but it's reversed, and Volador hits an awesome Canadian destroyer. Caristico hits a Canadian destroyer of his own. Caristico hits La Mystica, but Volador is able to roll the move over twice to get to the ropes. He has the submission on him, but he ends up getting to the ropes. A top rope Spanish fly by Volador. Volador Jr. wins by pinfall. I wish this match would have gone longer, but it was a great fucking match. I liked it a lot, but I do wish it would have gone longer. It would have been even better.
Is Caristo like the same as Kalisto?
No.
Do you think
That's racist again.
Why? Their names sound similar.
They probably look similar too, huh? You fucking bigot. Okay, so it's time for my overall thoughts on the CMLL shows we watched. This is my opinion. A whole show of luchador matches is too much for Dave.
Dude,
that is just my taste.
Yeah, I agree.
I can only take, let me get this right. I can only take so many flying head scissors and hurricane ranas, and 14,500 was my limit because it was a lot. I prefer a wrestling show when I watch it have like different styles of matches, like a brawling style match, a technical match, submission, high flying, like. And a luchador match just mixed in the show amongst all the other styles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not this whole style. Like CMLL is not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
like a whole show of that same style is too much for me.
I could definitely see where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
I agree, dude. Whenever
But now you say you agree. Do you agree with my point, or do you feel the same way?
I agree with your point. I think it's a full episode could be good, but I didn't see anything here that would make me be like, man, I gotta watch more CMLL, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's for some people. Some people obviously love it, but like I said before, I'm like, dude, half the matches they're doing stuff with masks. It's like, dude, it's just everything is luchador. It's just
I just wish the announcing would have been better.
the announcing was
so
terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. But I mean, I didn't dislike either show. I still liked it, but it's just I have so much wrestling to watch. Like the fact that it didn't stand out extra for me, it's like I don't have time.
Do you think people are like? Do you think luchadors are like offended by Lucha Party or whatever they're called on WWE?
Did they just kind of make a mockery of Lucha Libre?
Yes. Okay.
I would think so.
Okay, because it just kind of seems like okay, we have these three luchador guys. What do we do with? Let's put them on a tag team.
Lucha House Party, baby.
And then just walk around being all luchador-y and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of lame. Yeah. Why can't they just be like their own wrestlers? I mean, maybe have a tag team. That's fine, but I don't know. It's just a little too much for me.
Yeah.
I wish American Alpha was still a thing.
Dude, I just want fucking Chad Gable to go to AEW. That's what I want.
I don't understand. Like, from my understanding, like the American Alpha was over as shit. Okay, and then you break them up.
American Alpha was over as shit, but that was in NXT. The problem with the main roster, they sucked because WB sucks.
And then they're like, oh, well, this team sucks. Okay, there, yeah.
Yeah. So like, the thing though is like, I was always a way bigger fan of Gable than I was of Jordan. Always was. I think Gable was way better. I think his promos were way better.
Yeah,
so I always like Gable was amazing. So I just want Gable to go to AEW, and then he can give me some of that money.
Yeah.
Some of that AEW money. I mean, Chad Gable and you, I guess.
I'm going to be the commentary. That's right. You heard it here first, folks.
So are we going to do a show for the ROH?
What is it?
It's the... I think they have three nights.
Is it a real paper? No, it's not a real pay-per-view.
Yeah. So are we just going to do... Or our next show just gonna be the New Beginning one?
If it's New Beginning, because if it's not a real pay-per-view and we have New Beginning, dude, we're gonna be booked solid with New Beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, like, New Beginning isn't. We're gonna have to do 2 shows for New Beginning.
I'm not gonna have time to watch the fucking house shows if New Beginning's going on.
We're gonna have to do 2 shows for New Beginning then, because it's like 2 weeks long. We're not gonna have another show for 3 weeks if we wait. So we're gonna have to do a show for the first half of New Beginning and a show for the second half of New Beginning.
Really?
It doesn't end until like February 10th or something.
When's it start?
28th.
Jesus Christ! I'm assuming there's a few days off in there.
Yeah. There are.
That's crazy.
Well, think of something good to talk about. I'm gonna pull up the schedule real quick. Come on, talk about your balls or something. I don't know. Dude, I'm so used to playing Yahtzee.
You pulled out Yahtzee. So Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is pretty fun. That's a good game. I'm thinking about playing it right now, but we're recording a podcast.
That'd be hard to do.
I like Brawl Stars a lot.
Okay, New Beginning starts on the 28th. They're all in English, which is awesome. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They gave Kevin Kelly a nice little break there.
Dude, there's 7 that go to February 11th. So we're gonna have to do. Okay, so what we're gonna watch the show. The 29th. The first 3 shows are they're 3 days. The 29th, the 28th, 29th, 30th. We'll watch those 3. Once we get them done, we'll do a podcast review of those 3 shows, and then we'll watch the 2nd, the 3rd, the 9th, and the 11th, and we'll just do a show with all 4. We might even be able to just do 2 small shows with those ones. If we get the first 2 nights watched, we can just do a half-hour show with those 2, and then we'll just do another half-hour. Let's just do that. We'll split them all up. We'll just do like 3 shows. We'll just do 2 smaller ones. That's fine. That'll be the easiest way to do it, so we don't have all these fucking notes to do at once.
Sounds good.
All right, so you're going to get 3 shows of New Beginning coming up. That's what you're getting next.
All right, guys. I got to go. We're getting close to our time here.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.